Welcome in, everyone, to another edition of Argo Sports Insider. I'm Will Kennedy. This is Coach Jeff Burkhammer from the University of West Florida men's basketball team. We're in the home stretch. We're going to be in this building for the rest of the regular season. That's always a good thing. You guys are coming off a road trip, split, and a nice win in your last one. A great way to get back on track before coming back here to the field house.
A good split. I'd like to have two. Played well enough at Montevallo to win and just missed a couple front ends of one-on-ones down the stretch. Missed a layup to tie it with about 30 seconds left. So we were right there. We actually played pretty well and just didn't find a way to win the game. They made a bunch of threes on us, and I thought they played really well. And then we have a chance to go over to AUM. Always tough to play down, physical game, and really played well down the stretch. Really thought we played pretty well throughout the game. And was glad to get that win.
Kind of two different styles of games, and you look at the stats, and they bear that out. Yeah. You mentioned that first game, but Montevallo, you get 26, a season high out of Wendell, and he kind of carries the offense. Then you turn around in the next game and balance scoring. You've got four guys in double figures. Is that what it's going to kind of take? Is that balance as you guys come back home?
Well, Wendell seems to play really well against Montevallo.
He likes
30 up there last year, so he's played well against them. But we're probably better when we have good balance, but we'll take advantage of matchups if we get a chance like he had that night. And then we turn around and get four guys in double figures at AUM. And that's really probably how we'd rather play, is just share the ball and share the wealth. And if they have to guard more people, that's even better.
This time of year, it just seems like everything starts picking up pace as far as days flipping off the calendar. So you guys will come back in here. Shorter and Lee come in for Thursday and Saturday games. You're sitting at 16-8, 10-7 in the conference. Obviously, you want to win all four of these games here at home. Will that put you in position, if you can get that done, to be where you need to be?
Well, the shorter game's a game we really need to win. We're at home, and it's a game we're supposed to win. Then we got Lee, who we're fighting with for 3, 4, 5, 6 in the seedings. Turn around and play West Georgia. They're right there with us, too. So those are two huge games. Then play a non-conference game with Spring Hill to finish up. But 4 home games is great. Chance to really make some moves, whether it be to just improve record or improve where we're going to finish in the league, try to get a home game for the first round of the tournament. So it's still on us, and that's the thing that we challenge our guys with right now is we still control our own destiny. We got a chance to get to 20 wins. There's a lot of things to play for. Let's be excited about playing.
How's the health? As you kind of hit these last 4 games coming in, I know this point in the season it can be one or the other. You can be cruising along fine or have everybody.
We've got some bumps and bruises. We've got some guys with ankles and just the effects of the season getting beat up and banged around some. But overall, I think we're okay, and everybody's going to be able to play right now.
Well, Coach, 4-game home stretch starts right here on a Thursday night. We're looking forward to getting some Argo wins.
Sounds good.
Real change occurs in that split second, a moment of connection among people.
With a common purpose,
a shared vision,
and a unified goal. What will you change?
What will change you? The University of West Florida. No limits.
For those who sweat in determined pursuit, and those who meet the morning with a firm handshake and a smile, and breathe between stages of unwavering effort. Andrews Institute, for those who move.
Hello, I'm Zach Pullman. I'm a graduate assistant here at the University of West Florida, and I work in athletic communications. When I found out that I received the Bright Future Scholarship, I knew this would take a burden off of my family and kind of help me through college. Given the opportunity to pay for my complete undergraduate degree, I did not have to worry about student debt, so I was able to continue my journey of education. Just want to thank the Florida Lottery for not only helping me through my college journey, but countless others in the state of Florida and all they do to help education within the state.
What does Argo Spirit look like? Is it finding the perfect Argo outfit to show your team pride? Is it giving back while getting your pre-game grub? Or is it connecting with your community in the perfect spot? At Penn Air Federal Credit Union, it's being a proud sponsor of UWF Education, the Alumni Association, athletics, Penn Air Field, and having a spirit of communerosity. Learn more at pennair.org/aboutus.
Women's basketball will be closing out the regular season with a stretch of games here in the field house as well. They are 17-6 now overall, 11-5 in conference play. They got wins at both Montevallo and Auburn Montgomery. In fact, running it now to 3 straight victories. We had a chance to talk to Coach Stephanie Lawrence-Yelton.
Well, we've said it multiple times. Anytime you can go on the road in the GSE and come back 2-0, it's a really good weekend for your team. I love the way our team battled and stayed focused in both of the games. But both these games are super physical. I mean, they took a toll on us physically at Montevallo and then having to turn right back around at AUM and play a very physical team there as well. But again, our players, hung on, played well through it, and were able to come back home 2-0. Super proud of Charlotte Elmore and what she's bringing to the table in these final games here at UWF. She is really coming on strong. We knew that she's smart. We know that she's the smartest player that we have on our team, and she's really our glue out there. When other players are down or questioning themselves, she's the one that kind of helps get them back in line and where they need to be. But if Charlotte can bring scoring along with the ball handling and passing that she brought this weekend, man, I think the sky's the limit for our team. I think our fans can expect some really good basketball this weekend. Shorter, although their record doesn't show, I think they're a good team. They've got solid players. They've got a big post player inside. They've got some great guard play. They've got probably one of the best players in the league in Jasmine Gaines, and she can score a lot of points. So they're going to see an up-tempo team from Shorter that's really going to try to outscore us on Thursday. And then, of course, flipping to the Lee game on Saturday, Lee is that team that's sitting in third place right above us in the standings right now. We were able to steal one at their place earlier in the season, and they're going to be out for some revenge coming in here on Saturday. They are an up-tempo team. Haley Schubert, who is their best player, is an outstanding offensive threat, but they've also got some great scoring from some other players. I think the one thing that Lee doesn't have this year that they've had in years past is a real solid post player. So hopefully we can utilize that and get into the paint on both of these teams this weekend and help our team be successful. I think we've got to stay energized. We've got to stay healthy. Right now we're nursing some nagging injuries, but I think every team is late in the season right now. We've got to be able to shoot the ball well, and we've got to have that big 3. We've got to have 3 players that really come on strong for us and push through this and continue to play well. Now, who those 3 are could be any 3 really, but we know Zoe Pillar, we know Jacqueline Jernette have been giving us that all season long. Now with Charlotte Elmore stepping into play, I think that's where that next third is going to come in. But we welcome others to play well and shoot well. But I think if we can really hone in on that, stay positive, weather some storms. This is the time of year where the other teams have got you figured out. They know what you're running, they know who you're trying to get the ball to, and they're going to try to stop that on their first attempt. And we're going to have to really work offenses into the second, third, fourth, and fifth options to get some adequate scoring. And if we can understand that sometimes offense is going to be very labored because of that, and then concentrate on our defense and have our defense shine, I think we can really put together some great games here to finish the season.
Basketball, men and women, Shorter and Lee coming in on the 17th and the 19th right here in the field house. A good weekend for softball. They go to the Florida Tech Invitational and win 3 of 4 games, including a sweep of their games on Sunday. 4-3 now to start the season. They started the season ranked 17th in the country, and things are turning around for Coach Ashley McLean.
I thought we had a very good outing in Cocoa Beach, and we finally came together where some of our starters are starting to settle in, and we changed the lineup up a little bit, and it seemed to take a little bit of pressure off our kids. They watched film the night before, and we made adjustments going into Sunday and got 2 big regional wins. So super excited about that, and now we're just getting ready to start conference. We've reached out to some coaches that have played them in the past just to see what kind of game they play, and it's exciting to play someone new and see what those teams are all about, especially St. A's, who went to the World Series last year, seeing what they have and what they're going to be like this year, and super excited. But then we got to settle in 2 teams that we faced in the past and we'll probably face in regionals again, so it was exciting to see what those 2 teams have, and facing Barry again and pulling out that win was very satisfying for our team. Vasquez, is settling into her position and her role on this team, and she got to watch some of her film from hitting, and so we're super excited about seeing how she's coming out. Coming out Sunday, she hit a home run, and she was so fired up, and so that was super exciting to watch, and just getting her settled into what her role is. I thought they did great. Losing Montana for another weekend is tough on our pitching staff, but to have Kelsey and Jaya step up again and, have each other's backs. Sweat had to come in and relieve Jaya in one of the games, and Jaya had to do the same thing. And just working together and seeing them, help each other out, what the zone is for the umpire, what the hitters were doing against them. That's what a team's all about, and that's what they do well together. They're going to be tough, They don't have the record that you would think they would have, but they still have some really good kids on their team. They're hitting the ball still really well, and so I think if we just focus on ourselves and our game plan and prepare for them, we'll be just fine.
Softball will be at home. West Georgia comes in for a series at the Fork. That starts on Saturday and runs through Sunday. Same situation, West Georgia coming in, first conference series for UWF baseball. The Argos started the season ranked 10th in the country. They had a tough road trip down to Rollins. 3 games they lost, but all by 1 run. They'll look to turn things around when the Wolves come calling to the Spoon this weekend.
Yeah, I think we're playing good baseball, honestly. We played really good defense. Our pitching has done a great job. I think we've been pressing a little bit at the plate, that proverbial press word, I guess. We hate to use that word. But we made some adjustments late, a lot of times too late in those games, obviously. But the pitching and defense kept us in it. Had some opportunities, not very many. But you got to give their pitchers a lot of credit. I mean, they pitched very well. We hardly got any free passes all weekend. They caught everything as we did, and that's why you saw the low-scoring games. But we've got to get back to our game plan a little better. I know our guys have the will, the want. I love the positivity we have out here. We feel good about where the team is despite the record. They've been wanting to make adjustments and learn, and there's a lot of new guys, playing, and regardless of how many inter-squads you do together, you really find out about each other and how you go about dealing with the pressure of playing real games and dealing with the adversity when you're not scoring runs and not getting a lot of hits and hitting balls pretty hard right at people. We had a lot of those. But we still have a lot of positive things we're building off of, and the players have responded well. We met as a team yesterday and made sure we were all on the same page, and everybody is. And, we're not hitting the panic button. We know this is a long season, and we've got to keep plugging. It is nice to get back home. I really enjoyed being on the road this past weekend with our team. And getting, a little closer on the bus and so forth, but it's always good to be back at the Spoon. We've got a tough West Georgia team coming in here to open conference. They're playing very well. They've got a good offense so far going. We know they're going to pitch it very competitively, and we've always had a very good series with them. So, we're trying to, get them to understand the slate is starting 0-0 here this weekend with conference, regardless of what we've done the past 2 weekends, and, we're hoping to get off to a good start. I think our offense, you wouldn't think it, but our offense was ahead of our pitchers all January and was really making it tough on our pitchers. But I kept challenging our pitchers, saying, look, accept the challenge. If, you can pitch to our guys, I believe we'll be able to pitch with anybody in the country, anybody on our schedule. And so they took some, tough blows through January. And so, as always the case, normally whatever you think is going to happen, the opposite happens. And we thought we were going to hit real well, and I was a little concerned about the pitching. And lo and behold, the hitting hasn't come out doing what we expected, and the pitching is, kind of exceeded, I guess, our expectations off of what we saw in January. But they all had, the potential to do what we're doing. And we still got guys that we're trying to get in there. Not having any midweeks these first couple weeks makes it tough, on players wanting to play, wanting to get in there and contribute. We've been talking a lot about that to them and being patient, but showing loyalty and being a good teammate and ready to do your share to contribute and not trying to make it any more than that. So we still got a lot of guys we're trying to incorporate in there, and we feel good about the pitching. But I just think the challenge of our own hitters, believe it or not, not helped get our guys ready for the season, and they've responded.
It is the spring, so it's insanely busy. Men's tennis got a win at home against Lee. They are on the road now. If they've kicked off their season with a win here at home, they'll be at the Indoor Championships in Indianapolis. The women's still a few days away from starting their season. And swimming and diving, it's the conference championships over in Cleveland, Mississippi. Good luck to the Argos as they hit the pool midweek, and that runs through the weekend. That's it for this episode. We got a lot more to talk about when we see you next time here on Argo Sports Insider.